in this broadening falling wedge here, only then have a chance to continue to go into higher prices. In the next coming days, you're gonna see a massive bounce back to the upside. Bitcoin is currently exactly where we said Bitcoin will be in the upcoming hours yesterday. And now I'm going to show you from where we are going to take our next trade here and if there is more downside to come. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here. Once again, I feel much better. Actually, also, if you like this video, that will also help me to get, well, much faster. So smash the like button, obliterate the like button so that I will feel much better in the next coming hours. Let's directly jump into the DXY. The DXY is kinda indecisive right now and still struggling to continue to move here to the downside, but the US market is not open yet. The US market opens in 1 hour from where I'm currently recording this video, so there is a chance that when the US market opens that we will continue to go lower here and turn this support area into resistance. So, but we have to see and wait what's going to happen here in roughly 1 hour. But overall, remember, we are in a massive downtrend here with lower highs and lower lows on the way to the downside. We broke here this lower low, which is tremendously bullish for risk on assets. And as long as we keep even just chopping sideways, chances are massive in our favor that we are continuing to go here to the downside. Something else that I wanted to show you is that we would close August in 4 days negative. And here is something that I want to tell you. I don't believe that we are going to close August negative. I believe August will close positive, and in the next coming days, you're going to see a massive bounce back to the upside. Can I be wrong? Yes, I can be wrong, but I don't believe that I'm wrong here. And 2.74% is not a big move, actually. So that would bring us to around $64,000, $65,000 to be at zero or slightly in the green here for the month of August. When we're going back into 2020, you see also here we were slightly positive, then September was bad. And in 2016, August was also negative, and then September was positive. So let's see what happens this time. I believe that August and September will actually be positive months here. And when we are looking at the BLX chart here on the weekly, we are still in this broadening falling wedge here. We are still waiting for a breakout above $67,000, which should not happen according to the last fractal here, before next week. So next week there is the potential, if we are following this fractal here more or less, that we are seeing a breakout out of that, and that will be the signal that we are waiting for, that finally the bull market is resuming here its uptrend. When we're looking at the daily chart, here on the daily chart, we are still absolutely peachy. There's not really a lot of bearishness right now in the daily chart. Here we are still holding the 50 moving average as support currently on the daily chart. As long as we are doing this and not losing the 50, we should get a bounce here in the next 24 hours back to the upside. And again, that will help us to keep the angle going of the 50 moving average, to get here a golden cross with the 200 moving average by as early as next week, Wednesday, potentially, yeah, between Tuesday and Thursday, in my opinion. Tuesday and Friday, let's put it this way. Tuesday and Friday, we should get our golden cross here on the daily chart, and at that point, Bitcoin should be technically already at much higher prices than we are currently at. Then when we are going here to our line chart, also here, nothing to worry for me so far, as long as we are holding the green area of support here all the way down to $61,500. We are absolutely fine. We are just retesting this support area here, and you see already price is slowly curbing back to the upside here. And once we are coming out of this range at $63,000, I definitely expect here a retest of $64,300. And once we are breaking through this level, we are off to the races past $65,000, $66,000. Here on this 1 hourly chart, it's really important that we are on the shorter time frames looking at something like this is a potential bounce here back to the upside into this downward sloping resistance line, currently sitting, if we would retest this here, at $63,400 and potentially all the way down to $63,000. What would be really, really bad for Bitcoin would be that we come up here, get rejected, come back down again to more or less the level that we are currently at, creating a lower high and then go actually way, way lower. So this is not what we want to see. We want to see rather that kind of scenario here, that we come up here, do something like this, and then continue to go higher. So just let's make this a different color. This is what we actually want to see. The question is, are we getting what we want? So this is always the big question here. So, but overall, we are at a vantage point that I was talking about for a couple of days now. I'm going to show you this here in one of the next following charts. The only thing that is here a little bit concerning on that 1 hourly time frame is that the EMA ribbon has flipped here bearish currently, but I believe that this will be short-lived. Now, the reason why I say that we spoke about this is that fair value gap here, the imbalance. Remember, guys, I just mentioned it yesterday again, that I believe that after we broke here down from this upward sloping trend line, that we will come down here and fill this imbalance and only then have a chance to continue to go into higher prices. Now, the big question is, are we done with filling this, or is there something that could lead to that we potentially go a little bit lower? So, and the short answer is yes, and I'm going to show it to you, that we could go a little bit lower, but I think it will be a bold bear trap if we go a little bit lower. And from there, worst case, we're gonna see then that move here back to the upside. So, and the area that I'm talking about, or the level that I'm talking about, is here, this big imbalance from this impulsive candle here that is not completely filled yet. We filled it partially, but we get already here divergence indications and reversal indications on the MDX algo. So they don't have to mean anything. You always need to take them with a grain of salt. But for example, here was a reversal indication and we go to the downside. So here, that was a really early warning sign. If you would have gotten out here with a long position and would have started shorting here, you would have made a nice amount of money. So, and the same potentially here now with that reversal indication back to the upside. Be aware of the fact that we could still slip down to $61,800 approximately, and only from there get then a move back into these bigger supply zones. Also on the MDX reactor indicator, here you see early reversal indications with bullish divergence on that indicator. We are absolutely cooled down here on the reactor and on the gradient, because if I go here back to the color, you see here green candles. And usually if you have 2 consecutive waves of green candles, that means that we are close to the reversal back to the upside. Again, we could fall down all the way to $61,800 to fill also here this imbalance in this candle. But once that is completed, there should be nothing stopping us to go all the way back to the upside. Also here on the 12-hourly chart, that is more or less coinciding with this downward sloping trend line here. The upper end of the supporting candles that we are seeing here. So a quick swift move down here and a bounce back to the upside makes a lot of sense across multiple time frames. Also, when we're looking at the indicators, the stochastic RSI still has a lot of room to go to the downside. Here you see the downwards curving RSI, like I pointed it out yesterday already, that I was seeing this also fulfilled, how to say that, prophecy, as I pointed it out. But here I see also already a slightly turnaround, and that could mean that we're either close or have already moved to the lowest point here and are ready to go back to the upside. But again, we could still slip like 1% to the downside before we are actually seeing this. And also the MACD is not really giving me a lot of confidence here with a potential sell signal in 3 minutes. But again, even if we get a sell signal, I believe it will be short-lived in the fake out and we get continuation back to the upside. And again, guys, if you want to take advantage of these trade setups, you saw it with your own eyes, go back a day, 2, 3 days where I called this imbalance already. Take the $10 that you get free for signing up on ZoomX and if you deposit $100, you stand a chance to win $500. Twice per week, I always draw 2 winners. So each winner gets $500, guys, if you deposit $100 on ZoomX. So make sure that you signed up on this platform with the link in the description and in the pinned comment below. And now, when we're going to the 4-hourly chart and the liquidation levels, what you can see here is that also here we came now down in the EMA ribbon. Remember, guys, I also mentioned there is a potential that we come down and touch the 50 and 200 moving average that have now made a golden cross here and come down to the bottom of the EMA ribbon, which is coinciding with a small liquidity pocket here for long positions that would get liquidated if we tap into this. And there's like a mix of low and high leveraged positions in there that could give us the liquidity that we need to push back to the upside. And again, go and watch yesterday's video. We were talking about this, that is what I was looking out for. And also here on the liquidation heat map, it would make a lot of sense to come down here into this area one last time to grab liquidity. Let me actually refresh that, because that was the last time refreshed when we were at 63. So here we started eating into this already, but like here you see also the hottest area below us is at $61,800 approximately. So it makes a lot of sense, as you can see, that we tap into this, grab the liquidity down here, and then go to the upside, because as you can see here is the highest concentration of liquidity built up over the last 3 days, and that is why this is again acting as a magnet and will propel us really soon into these levels here without any question and doubt in my mind. So here the 12-hourly chart for Bitcoin is bouncing off the EMA ribbon, which is also a good sign. Remember, I also mentioned that multiple times, that when we move away so quickly from the EMA ribbon and pretty high, that we come back to retest this. So here we see right now currently just a retest, and we are still hanging on to that support area that we are seeing here. Again, if we would lose current levels, we will come down to the point of control. The point of control is currently below us, which means bulls are in control here on the higher time frames, which is of course really positive for us. Hence why I'm not really worried about for prices moving back to like $60,000, $59,000 at the current time and what I'm seeing here on the charts. Now, the total free market cap is also currently holding on to a strong support level here at $587 billion. As long as we are holding this and closing the daily above this, I expect also from here a bounce back to this downward sloping resistance line from that falling wedge pattern, which will also then lead to a major breakout in most of the altcoins across the board. And you're gonna see now when I show you some of the altcoins that everything is currently sitting at support. It's not only Bitcoin, it's also not, dominance we don't need to talk about, but here Ethereum also currently here on this VPVR cluster at support. As long as we are holding this cluster, I expect also from here a bounce. Can we go down here to $2,600? Yes, I would definitely place some orders here. I told you guys that already yesterday, because here on the 12-hourly chart, Ethereum looks like ready to turn around pretty soon. With this 12-hourly candle that we just opened, we should hit the bottom and oversold area on the stochastic RSI. The RSI is already slowly turning around. So here I don't expect much more downside from Ethereum in the short term, hence why I would get ready and set some limit orders at $2,600. If we slide down 1 more percent, okay, let it be 1 more percent, but then also continuation to the upside. For Solana, we are about to lose that support area here of $155 to $157. Remember, guys, I mentioned to you that I was not expecting that this will hold. If we would start breaking down into this, most likely we will come back down to like $150, and from there activate this trade setup that we have here and go from here to $176. So if you were previously in this trade setup and you took profits, everything fine, roll the profits over into this position here and trade this then back to the upside. So what happened now, you have a bigger position, you will make more profit when you are getting into this trade once we are getting here to $150. And there is a huge potential that we are actually going to $150 if Bitcoin slides down to $61,800. But overall, the indicators are telling us that selling on Solana is already coming to an exhaustion, because we are flatlining here on the stochastic RSI. MACD is extremely bearish. RSI is slowly turning around here on the 4-hourly chart. So give it maybe another 8 to 12 hours, and then I expect Solana to turn around and go back to the upside. Telegram, really strong coin here over the last 24 hours, more or less. Here on the 50 minutes chart, we have built multiple new areas of demand that you can see here with the help of the MDX algo indicator. Again, guys, if you want this indicator suite, there is a link in the description with a 10% discount. If you use the link, just be mindful, it's not for free. You know, you have to pay for it. I pay for it every single month. It's also not for free for me. You know, even if I'm advertising it, they did not give it for free to me. I'm still paying for it, you know, so, but it's worth it, guys. It's worth it. That's all what I want to say. You know, it's definitely worth it. Otherwise, I would have potentially closed my trade when we came down into this area, but I saw that here was support, and that's why I kept holding it. And as you can see, over the last couple of hours, it has paid out to keep holding my position, and that I actually opened way up here at $6 and couple of cents. So now I also expect, when I go here into higher time frames, continuation, not because of the 4-hourly time frame, but here on the 12-hourly time frame and daily time frame. Especially the daily time frame here gives us today a buy signal on stochastic RSI. The RSI shows momentum, goes back to the upside. The MACD will slowly turn around here over the next couple of days, and that will also put buy pressure on Telegram to go back to the upside. And here an imminent target for Telegram is here this imbalance in this candle here all the way up to $6.42, and once we are breaking the $6 level and we are above the golden ratio here, I'm not really worried anymore about my position, and will actually start adding again more to my position once we are above the $6 level, and that is then also above the 200 moving average here, which will also tell me that we are ready to continue the upwards trajectory on Telegram. And guys, don't forget, if you don't have any money to trade and you have like $100, $200 right now, and you want to increase the amount that you can trade with, then deposit $100 on Bybit to get a $500 airdrop position here on all these coins that are mentioned on this site here. The only thing that you need to do is deposit $100. So first of all, sign up with a new account, deposit $100, and then claim your free $500 airdrop position here on Bybit. This will end in 22 days, guys. So you have not a lot of time to claim that position before this is running out, and I'm not sure if they are prolonging this. So take advantage of it while you can. You need to take all the liquidity that you get for more or less free from these exchanges. And don't forget, guys, you only need to deposit the money, claim the position, and then you can withdraw the money again, and you can rinse and repeat this across different platforms, you know, and that's how you have then a lot of money across different platforms and not spend $1 for it, you know. So take advantage of that once again, because even with $500, you can make a couple of thousand of dollars if you place the right trade. And I give you here every single day a lot of potential good trade calls. So make use of that. Then Near was not one of the coins that I want to look at currently, but Casper. Casper also here is on the 4-hourly chart, soon coming to a golden cross. If we are not losing the 50 moving average here as support, the golden cross will come in by Monday next week, potentially, maybe faster if we get here a crazy move to the upside. But regardless, my signal to enter will be when we are breaking above the 200 moving average here in red, and close the 4-hourly candle above that level. That's where I'm going to enter this, and yeah, that's basically what I'm waiting for. So once we are there, I'm entering, regardless what the indicators and everything else is telling me. And just something to point out here is that I think we have here. No, we don't have. So okay, let's move on. Then the other coin that I'm looking at is Helium HNT. HNT also pretty soon getting a golden cross. Price is currently getting squeezed between the 250 moving average here. That golden cross will actually happen already tomorrow. So here the same play again. If we are not coming back down to the entry level of $6.35, I'm gonna enter when we are breaking above the 200 moving average, because I don't believe that we will come back below the 200 moving average before the golden cross, and rather see price start to move here to the upside because of the sell pressure that we are getting from the golden cross. Plus that we have here a buy signal on the stochastic RSI, the RSI going to the upside, MACD losing momentum on the sell side, turning to the buy side, and everything in alignment for continuation to a major upside here in the coming hours. And guys, that's it already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to smash up the like button and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I hope to see you with more profits and again a little bit more healthy tomorrow.